What's happening, Hardscapers? This is a project that I did last year and into this year where our stone supplier asked us to revamp this demo area in front of their location. And with this was a whole bunch of discontinued product or weathered product, and they just wanted it to look much nicer with new product and displaying a lot of different shapes, sizes, textures, and so on. So we started by demoing this entire area. This pavers need to be disposed of, this outdoor kitchen needed to be replaced, and we're just going down to the base layer for this. So we're reusing that base layer since it's already installed fairly level. I did have to tweak some areas, and we can just build on top of them from that. And you can see we installed that front step there with a natural stone step, and we are replacing this entire seat wall because the base layer on this was actually exposed above the final grade. So we needed to replace that. But since the base layer of all the other walls, outdoor kitchens, is going to be below grade, we can just reuse those. In a brand new fire pit area, so we installed some block below that to be able to install this Borealis wall for the fire pit on top of it, and removing a step and disposing of that here. And then we're just compacting the base layer and re-screeding a new screed layer. So with this was actually the trickiest part of getting the grades on this project, because we had just enough fall from the step down to our existing pavers, and we had to also match it up to the natural stone on the side here to be able to make sure that this is going to drain properly. So just enough fall gives us no room for error with this screeding. So you can see my screed bars I'm using to be able to line up with those pavers at the base of this project. And actually here I messed up because I didn't realize these diamond pavers are actually much thicker than the remainder of the pavers. So I had to go back and scrape out a pathway for these diamond shaped pavers to then re-screed below so that they're going to actually match up with the remainder of the pavers. But really like the look of these diamond shaped pavers. You can do a lot of really cool designs with them and very modern for a product, and not a lot of people actually ask me for it. But it is a interesting paver if you have a client that's looking for a modern design. And really with a demo area, you're just trying to show off as much product as possible for the supplier to be able to take clients out and show them various things that they can do with these different products. So you can see lots of different textures, colors, shapes, sizes, and so on here. And we're just laying around this fire pit with some smooth pavers now. And this design was actually provided by our supplier, Adam, at the Stone Place, to be able to show off all these different products. So we are following a specified design with this and cutting in place everything that needed to be cut in place. You can see we also have some cobblestone around that fire pit and lots of different cuts to be able to make sure everything fits appropriately, from the border stones to the different display areas for this. Some garden edging going along the area here where we put that in and install it with spikes into the earth there. And then we are putting on our caps. Now for this project, we had a tight deadline to be able to get this done before the snow fell, and we didn't actually hit that. So you're going to notice as this video continues that this snow starts to come slowly. Things are getting colder, trying to stay warm for this. But once the pavers were all done, we were set to build up this wall. And that's what I was hoping to get to, especially before the snow started to fly, that I would just be working on a wall, because it's much easier to work on a wall when it's snowing out and colder out, that you just have to lay these blocks up as opposed to having to deal with pavers on the ground. And that gets a lot more difficult when the snow is on the ground. So this is the outside garden wall that we are currently building up here. And beyond this garden wall, it actually ties directly into the outdoor kitchen, which we will do later. And now you'll see that we have snow on the ground and we are still working on these walls. So at this point in time in the season, we already know that we're not going to be able to do the polymeric sand in the joints of the pavers. So this will not completely be finished this year, and we'll actually have to wait till the spring to be able to complete this project. In addition to that, we can't even install our caps with the glue because it needs to be installed at a certain temperature above freezing, and I knew that we would not be able to also glue the caps. And while we're doing this project, we also had an add-on for the front walkway and steps for this project as well. So we got more things to do in the spring when that time comes. And now for this outdoor kitchen, it's a lot of fitting things in, some cuts, but also you can see we had to guillotine the corner pieces to be able to give a rock face. The corners do not come pre-cut or pre-split, and if we were to cut them with our saw, we wouldn't get that rock face. So we had to use a guillotine to be able to chop off the ends to be able to give that rock face completion. And now we're into the spring. So in the spring, we decided to start work on that front walkway so we can do the polymeric sand of the entire project all at once. That means we needed to remove 2 steps and replace 2 steps with natural stone steps. And with that, it would have been much better to do this before we built up that retaining wall, but this approval came afterwards. So with a tight space and my machine actually not starting at this point in the season that I had to get fixed, I had to do this by hand because we just didn't have the access to be able to get to these. So I rolled them out on pins and rolled the new ones in on pins as well, and went all right to be able to get that. Now we're installing that front walkway there and down the ramp, and as well as that, the front walkway from the steps to the asphalt at the end here. So this is just a matter of taking out those pavers, replacing them with new ones, and for this side of the front walkway, we actually had to complete some cuts on one side to get those in. And with all of our pavers installed on this project, we can then install our polymeric sand. This was also difficult to find time to be able to do because we had a very rainy spring, and that made it much more difficult to find time, a perfect time to be able to install this sand. But it's just a matter of sweeping it in and then compacting it into the joints. Those diamond pavers are really difficult to get the sand down to the bottom of the joint. The joints are very tight, so we had to make sure that we ran over that many times with the compactor re-sweep. Now we've got these giant natural stone slabs, and these are the final cap for the outdoor kitchen. So we had to cut them to size and get them in place here. So that is a matter of measurements that were provided to me by the supplier, and then using their forklift to be able to lift these in place with a little bit of hand from Adam there as well. And then finally, the final touches is just putting soil into the garden area of this wall between the outdoor kitchen and the retaining wall and gluing down our caps. So working our way through this to be able to add glue underneath those caps all around this project, glue under the caps of the seat wall as well. Lots of gluing to be able to finalize this project. But ultimately, this was a great experience to be able to throw a project in right at my supplier that I visit very regularly during the year, and to be able to just showcase all the different product available by Techoblock on this specific project. And you can see in that outdoor kitchen, we added a little cubby there for them to be able to have their propane canister underneath the outdoor barbecue. And just a quick walkthrough of everything that we did on this project from start to finish in this video. And at the end of it, we got a chance to be able to put our little mark on this project by adding in a Ever After Landscaping plaque there, which will hopefully live there for some time. And thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more from this installation from start to finish, click this video that pops up here.